Hey guys, today I will talk to you about the Goat bike. This one is folding, but they would have the same settings on the older version on Motor Goat and Billy Goat bikes as well on older version. This one is a discontinued model, but I have somebody who asked me to create video about display, and I'll go over the information on display. So if you have the older version and you want to know more about it, I'll give you information. I do not recommend to change some of the settings, and I did convert my bike to pedals, so I do have pedals, and I did myself conversion kit, so that's maybe a little bit different if you already have with the pedals, but some of the settings should be about the same regardless of the Billy Goat, Motor Goat or Folding Goat you got. So let's get familiar with the bike first. So you'll find on the left side the controller over here. Plus sign, it's basically increase the pedal assist level, minus it would decrease. This button will turn it on bike. Let me turn it off, and you just press on it, it will turn on. On the left side you'll find headlight on button, then signal, left or right, switch, and the horn. If you consider to learn about new one, I will have that video as well once I receive the bike. I expecting to get Motor Goat very soon, so I will make also detailed video about that bike later. But today we are talking about the older version, and if something else you're looking for, comment below. Okay, this display a little bit larger and have different information most likely. So depending on the settings you have before, you might have different information when you turn it on. On the left side you'll find a date and the time, which usually will be inaccurate, so you would have to go in the settings and set it up. On the right side you'll see the battery indication. It will be green, and then once it decreases, you will just decrease a little bit as well. And also voltage. The voltage usually most accurate, and you can search online to see what the voltage to percentage mean. I may post it later as well. And over here is a pedal assist level. When you're pressing, you will change pedal assist level. Currently I set up to the 5 levels. This button would have information. And if you click on the F, it will change from average to the maximum speed, but this information only will be available while after you rode. And on the top you'll see temperature. I honestly don't know where the temperature coming from, either from display or from the battery or from the controller, because it's completely inaccurate. And as you can see, it's at 33 Celsius, so most likely it's from the battery or controller. I have no idea honestly, so I don't know. Something I know, I will tell you I know. Something I don't know, I always tell I don't know. So I'll try. I don't really care about this, and it's always different when you're riding on the sun or in dark. It will change. So to go in the settings, you press as usually plus and minus together. Hold it for a few seconds. So I had to turn off the light and get zoom a little bit so you can see more clear. So you'll see first, like Victor, I guess it's a name of the software or the display. I have no idea, but it doesn't matter. On the top you'll see clock adjustment. So over here you can adjust the time or date by going, and you need to press on the M, and then it will give you all this adjustment. If you read over here, you'll see upper, like plus sign will go up, minus sign will go down, and once you decide which one, you just press M again and go on next. Yeah, sometimes if you need to move to the left or right side cursor, you would use the F button. The F will move the cursor to the left or right. So next one will be power watt maximum. You can adjust to less, so this bike comes with 1000 continuous power, and that's why I have 1000. But if you want to reduce for legal purposes, like to ride in some parks where it says only 250 watt motors, you can simply press the M and then go to the F. You click F, you'll go to the 1 and then you select let's say 250 and then just erase some of them and just click M again and it will save it. I will not change it because I need 1000 watt. I like to have some power in this bike. Then you'll see also on power on gear. So what it does, it's when you turn on the bike for the first time, you'll see option either to go through 0 or 1. So let me give you example. I'm gonna turn it off the bike. So I'm gonna turn it off and show you the difference. Right now I'm on pedal assist level 5. So if I turn off the bike and start over again, it'll go to 0. So if you select in settings number 1, then you will see pedal assist number 1. I always recommend to go with 0, like I have right now, 0 to 1. So basically, when you turn on the bike, it will be on 0. That means the throttle will not work and pedal assist will not work. That will create some safety for you because many people accidentally touch pedals, the bike will go crazy, or they touch throttle, or if you have children in the house, touch the throttle while it's on. It's maybe a really bad accident. So that's why I usually use 0. When it starts, it's one of the best choices for me. Then you can change the temperature the same way. You press M and it'll give you options Celsius or Fahrenheit. I'll keep it in Celsius, I don't really care because it's not accurate anyways. Then you can go like a little bit low. Next we'll see odometer reset. So when you click M, it will ask you no or yes. If you yes, it means it will reset it. If you click no, you will just leave it as is right now. And for some reason it says in kilometers, but you don't care, it just basically just reset the odometer reading. It will not reset the trip because the trip usually stays there unless you change display and controller. So next I press minus and we'll go down to imperial unit. The unit is basically to change from miles to kilometers or kilometers to miles. So I'm gonna just keep it as miles right now. Then the next you click, you'll see battery usage. So I have 48 volt battery and I'm gonna keep 48. If you change to 60, let's say it has 60 up to 72, but if you're planning to upgrade to better battery like 72 volt or whatever, this display can do it, but I'm not sure if the wiring will help. I mean, if the wiring and the controller will hold that much voltage, because it might burn your bike. I would not change it at all at this time, so I'll go next. And then it will ask you how you want the bike act if you don't touch anything. So I set it up for 10, I believe it's 10 minutes. So if for 10 minutes nothing happened to the bike, it will turn off by itself. The next will be pedal assist level, which is very interesting stuff. When you click on it, you have 0 to 3, 1 to 3, 0, 5, and then so on up to 9 pedal assist level to choose. And I'll explain the difference will be. So let's say if you choose 0 to 3, it will start with pedal assist 0, and you have pedal assist 0 to 3. So basically you have only 3 pedal assist levels. And at 0, the controller, the throttle will not work. With 3 and 1 and 2 will work. So you only have 3 pedals, and that's something would work. I noticed on the bike I tried the 9, and it would not basically work correctly for some reason. At some pedal assist level it would go faster, and some pedal assist level, let's say 7, would go slower than 2. So it's something wrong with the settings, or maybe this bike is controller really not designed for that. So I would keep it this 0 to 5. So it means you'll have 0 means no pedal assist at all, and up to 5 level would have pedal assist. If you choose the 1 to 5, that means that you always have pedal assist at 1. You cannot go to 0. So there will be no 0. So there will be no basically you can like it will always pedal assist, so you cannot really go to 0 to 0. It's always no pedal assist, means when you pedal it there will be no power assist at all, no pedal assist, and the throttle will not work at 0. But if you choose 1 to 5, the throttle will always work, and then you'll have 1 to 5. The next so I'm gonna keep it, I usually keep it 0 to 5. That I like to have 0 pedal assist, because sometimes you just want to pedal bike with no power at all. That's totally fine, and I like it this way. So I go next, will be wheel diameter. When you get the bike, it might be different, and I'm not sure what you have. I select 223 for reason it will be more accurate to GPS in my case, so I keep it 23. But if you need to change, you click on M and then you select whatever diameter is. You can do 23 and a half or 22 and a half, so it's all depend on your GPS. You can check with your GPS and configure correct wheel diameter, but I believe 23 would be accurate information. Also the speed magnet, I put 1. I believe it's only one speed magnet over there, so I just put 1. That works for me. You may have different numbers, but I would not change that information unless you have pedals originally came with your bike. Mine was PEX only. The next it would be speed limit. I keep it up to 100, so 100 is means unlimited, or even you put 50 also in many cases would keep unlimited speed, so it can go up to the top speed whatever controller and the motor would allow. And in this case I keep 100. So let's say you want to reduce the speed, you can go and click, and it's also in kilometers for some reason, and I notice most of the controllers and most of the display usually use kilometers, and I understand it's more accurate actually. So if you want to reduce this, you can go to reduce to put something under 50. So it's not because like if you put let's say 40 or 30, you might, let's see, if you put, it will go higher. So let's say you want to reduce your speed, so you put like 15 or 20, whatever like amount, you test it out to see what the top speed will go based on your need. Like if you want to have a restriction to make this bike as class 2, 1 or 3, because once you change it, the bike class will change as well based on the speed, because all the classes based on the speed and voltage in your set for your motor. So let's say you go to the park and you want to set up to less speed, less power output. That will also save a lot of battery use, and at the same time you will be legally riding them. Again, check with your local laws and regulations. Sometimes they still want to see the sticker on the bike, so you might want to buy stickers and put it on your bike. But again, you're fully responsible to do this, and it's might change at any time. So I'll click on the M, just go back to it will give me like number 9 option, programming number 9. So what it does, it gave me 0 to start or none to 0 to start, and explain what it is, because many people probably will not know, and I didn't know before as well. So this is like when you want to start to use a throttle. Let's say you put a throttle on pedal assist level 1 and you want to use the throttle right away from the start, then you put 0 to start. But if you want to use like a scooter where you have to start to move first before to use the throttle, then you put none. So basically it will be similar to the scooter, because usually a scooter needs some kick to go like 3 miles an hour or so, and then it will accelerate, and then it will start to use the throttle. If you put 0, so basically your throttle will not work regardless what pedal assist you put the settings on. So none, it means throttle will work only when you kick in, start to pedal the bike at least a few miles, and then it will start to, you can use a throttle or pedal assist. So that's I keep it 0. But for safety feature, again, if you are new to electric bicycles, none would be probably perfect to start with. Then drive mode. It's a pretty basic. When you have no pedals, you can just keep electric, but if you get the pedals, then you want pedal assist as well, then you put AS, it says here, S and ELE. So you got pedal assist and electric, so it means it's a throttle and pedal assist will work together. If you select only assist, then you get only pedal assist, the throttle will not work. If you put electric, then pedal assist will not work, but throttle will. That's how it works. And then I'm gonna put M, so it will basically select it, and then you're going to P11. It will create like assistant sensitivity. I have 22. I did not test how much sensitivity produce, but the more sensitive, basically how it will, like, it's give you basically when you start to pedal, how sensitive you want to your pedal assist to be, and that's depend on the settings you're going to choose. You may want to test it. I didn't test it to see if there any actual difference. There might be no difference at all, because sometimes display may have more information than controller can handle and programming, so you may want to test it, but remember what you had before, so you can go back and put it correct information unless you mess it up. Then P12, assist strength. So I keep it at 1, and that's assist strength. It means how much power you want basically when you start to pedal. Sometimes you want more pedal assist, so again, I did not test it. I'm not sure if this settings will work if you increase this or decrease, but you're welcome to try it out. It's up to you. And then assist magnet type, I put 12. I believe the cadence sensor I got is 12 magnet, so I just keep it 12. If you got the bike and it has different with pedals, so maybe you just keep that one. I would not change it at all. Then current limit, I would not change it. I changed once and my controller got burned, so I just keep it 12. I don't say that your controller will burn. The controller are good up to 30 amp, but for some reason, maybe it's coincidence, I think, maybe not. When I put 15, for some reason the controller stopped working and I have like pop sound. So maybe it's related, maybe not, but I just keep it 12. The higher current, then it have to produce like more power. And I do have one good bike which has 15 right now, and I don't see any much difference actually. So let's go to after cruise. The after cruise, I never experienced after cruise yet, but I have it on. Usually when you're riding for like few minutes and holding your throttle non-stop without braking, you should engage and just cruise like in your car without, then you don't have to keep the cruise on. It should ride just as a bicycle on electricity only. You don't need to use pedals, anything. Again, I never experienced it. I don't know if it's work, but you can turn it on or turn it off. I keep it on just in case, but again, it's good for long cruising road, like at the beach or somewhere where you just don't want to pedal, or if you don't want to hold the throttle, and it might work. Then the next, you set everything is the way you want it. You memorize what you had before. Of course, take a picture of what you had before, because you don't want to mess it up. You press plus and minus, and it will go back to normal, whatever, like, I mean, to display. I recommend to just restart once, turn it off, turn it on again, so all the settings will be updated and you would have power. Every time you remove the battery, your time and date will reset. That's kind of sucks, but again, that's what it is. I don't really care about date or time. I have my phone or watch for that. To turn on the, and also underneath over here, you'll find USB port. That's for charging your phone or connecting some other device. So it's not like to charge the battery. Some people asking. Over here, you'll find USB port right over here on the left side. You can see my finger touching. This is a cover up. That's for USB. Let's say you're riding your bicycle, you have a phone, you connect your phone to USB, and your phone will be charged from your battery. And it does have horn, and that's all for today. That was Goat bike. For some reason, on my model, I have this light always on. So if I turn on basically headlight, it still will be there, and if I turn off the headlight, it still will be there. I'm not sure if all the models like this, but it's really cool at night, and I love it. So when you move your handlebar, this red dots will move, and they are coming from the bottom over here. As you can see, it's a laser. It does not take much power, but I don't care. You cannot really turn it off. But sometimes you might see one of them might be not as bright than other. I understand it may be disappointing, but I notice some of them comes like that, and I don't care. I know many bikes come with no signals at all, and it's a really good deal. So I don't really care if if you do have different color, you may contact Goat Bikes, so they'll send you another one. It's easy to replace, but I would not really care about this. And thank you guys for watching. About the new Goat, you can check link in description. I do have a 10% discount on any bicycle you buy from Goat, also on any accessory. So if you're looking to buy one of the new one, which is more powerful, like it has so many features, and for the very good price, again, they're usually on right now on back order because they sell out quickly. And check the link in description, the code that. And also welcome to join to Facebook group. I'm gonna post also link in description. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.